Hi everyone, it's Graham again and welcome back to my channel. So today I am here with my bookish resolutions for 2021. I'm very late to the party with this one. We are past the halfway point in January, but again, better late than never. So I have 10 bookish resolutions to share with you today. So without much further ado, let's get into those. So, number one, I won't worry myself if I'm not enjoying a book. I'll just DNF it. It's not the end of the world. And then in brackets I've put, hubby said this is not strictly giving up because you can always come back to it later if the fancy tickles you. So yeah, I'm not going to be worried about DNFing something because life is too short to read books that you're not enjoying or that aren't for you. Whether they are someone else's favourite book or not, I've said it so many other times, reading is subjective. So if someone has suggested their favourite book to you, it might not necessarily be something that you want to read. So yeah, just if you're not enjoying something, don't force yourself through it because you risk putting yourself into a reading slump, which no one needs. And I've prattled on so long that my iPad has locked itself. Bookish resolution number 2. I will continue to read more diversely, reading more titles from BAME writers. Absolutely, because we need more diversity and we need to educate ourselves, and that's an important thing. So I will continue to do that into 2021. Bookish resolution number 3. I will try to buy less books. And then in brackets, I've put, setting myself up to fail. Yeah, so I will try, but that will probably, in fact, that is probably the first resolution that I've already broken before I've even set it down. It just is. Going forward, I will try. It's like a dieter. Oh, it's fine, I'll start on Monday. Yeah, so bookish resolution number 4. I will try to suppress my inner bookish magpie. So that kind of goes along with resolution number 3, trying not to buy so many books. My bookish magpie sees something and has to have it. Yeah, I think we can all appreciate that inside us there lurks this bookish magpie when we see something and we can't not have it. And I'm going to try and suppress that this year. Again, it's one that I've probably already failed before I've even set it down again. So yeah. Bookish resolution number 5. I will try to learn to let go of books. If I don't remember purchasing them or I have no intention of ever reading them, off they toddle to the charity shops. And then in brackets I put, of course, if and when they reopen. So yeah, if I don't remember buying a book or if I have no intention of reading it, it has to go because I need more space on my shelves for books that I do want and books that I will read and that I will treasure. But as a book lover, that's a difficult thing, I think. And I think a lot of people would share that feeling that parting with a book is difficult. Moving swiftly on. Let's see. Bookish resolution number 6. I will try to block out anything that drains my concentration. Mostly TikTok. Yes, I'm obsessed with TikTok. It's hilarious. And a lot of the videos are actually quite educational. And the life hacks that you get as well. But anyway, yes. I need to concentrate more on books and on reading because that is my main enjoyment, my main hobby. I love it. I mean, clearly. But yeah, other things creep in, and TikTok recently has been one of those things that has crept in and stolen me away from my books. So watch out, TikTok, because you're not going to win me. You're not going to get me. Bookish resolution number 7. I will try to read more short stories and poetry. Yes, short stories. So currently I'm reading, before bed, I'm reading an Alfred Hitchcock story every night from this book. And this is Stories to Stay Awake by. Before bed, what's wrong with me? It's Alfred Hitchcock, it's horror, it's scary. But I do need to read more short stories because I've kind of shied away from short stories before, because I feel that when you're getting into the short story, it ends. And then you're kind of like, ugh, and then you're on to the next one. And yeah, so that's my plan. And with poetry as well, I'm going to read more poetry. Poetry is not something that I have shied away from in the past. I've always kind of read poetry, and I read more poetry now than I ever did before. Although it's something that I have always read. Not necessarily always enjoyed, but yeah, there you go. Bookish resolution number 8. I will try to read books from a little bit outside my comfort zone. So yeah, with a book that I just recently DNF'd, it was not my cup of tea, so I kind of look upon that as being out of my comfort zone, and I DNF'd it because it just wasn't for me. I'm going to try and be better and do better, and I'm going to try and read books that aren't necessarily in a genre that I have read many books from or ever read any books from going forward. Easier said than done, I think. Number 9, this is an easy one. I can do this so easily. I will try to read more classics. I've read a lot of classics. There are other people who have read far more classics than I have, but I will try to read more going forward. And the final one, bookish resolution number 10, I won't sweat the small stuff when it comes to reading challenges. So last year, my Goodreads reading challenge was to read 100 books. And it is every year, although last year was the first time I'd ever tried it on Goodreads. I always challenge myself to read 100 books. And I've gotten close, but I've never read the actual 100 books. Last year I did it. So if I did it last year, I can do it this year, but I'm not going to sweat the small stuff. If I don't do it, if I don't reach my goal, I'll get close to it. And I will have read a lot of books. I mean, 100 books in a year, that is somewhere roughly between like a book and a half or 2 books a week. It's doable. It's so doable. So yeah, that's what I'm going to try and do. And I won't sweat the small stuff because life is too short. And you know, yeah. So that is my reading resolutions, my bookish resolutions for 2021. What are yours? Let me know down in the comments below and we can have a chat about it. Yeah, are yours similar? Are yours completely different? Let me know. Whatever you're doing, I hope you have so much fun doing it. Whatever you're reading, I hope you love it. Stay fabulous, be amazing, be yourself, stay safe. Thank you. And I'll see you again soon for another video. Bye-bye.